Thoughts from the Trail. I'm Scott Anderson.
Good morning from the trail. Today I have been thinking about the brain in context of part 3 of thinking, doing, and being. In the early days of computers, the computer itself would take up this gigantic room. It was so massive and big. And then today we carry around a little cell phone that is more powerful than almost every computer ever made. So as I start thinking about the super large computers, one of them was called the Unilab. However, the most powerful computer ever is the one that we have in the brain. And I refer to it as your U-Lab. Sorry. And while we carry around, all of us carry around the most powerful computer inside our heads, we don't always know how to program it. We don't always know how to have it help us get the things done that we want to get done. In part 2 of Thinking, Doing, and Being, I alluded to the fact that we can directly go from thinking to being, as if you had already experienced the being part, even though you hadn't done it. The fact is that most of us have already done so, even if we're not aware of it. Through meditation, we can go from thinking about the ideal self that we want to become and go straight to being that new self. This is called quantum creating. As you know, change begins with thinking, and when we do think differently, we can immediately form new neurological connections and circuits that reflect our thoughts. All of this takes place inside our supercomputer brains. Nothing gets the brain more excited than when we are learning, when we are getting stimulated by knowledge and experience. These types of things are an aphrodisiac to the brain. I love that idea. And when we think and meditate on what we are wanting to become, we are beginning the process of hardwiring the brain as if we had already become it. We are literally hardwiring the brain in a new way. And I love saying this phrase, nerve cells that fire together, wire together. And do not believe the old adage that you can't teach an old dog new trick, because science has clearly shown the neuroplasticity of the brain, which means the brain can continue to learn and rewire with new learning, memory, and even recovery for some folks from brain damage. And the gift of this neuroplasticity is the fact that we get to create new levels of mind. Out with the old and in with the new, called unlearning and learning. And it creates the opportunity for us to rise above our current limitations and circumstances to be greater than what we have been. I have spoken in previous messages about becoming greater than our current circumstances. And this is one of the ways we make it happen. I know this is a lot to take in, and so I'm going to stop here for today, not to mention the fact that it's raining, and I'm going to continue to think about these things. The power of what we can do with our minds is amazing, and so we can go from thinking, doing, and being to thinking and being, and that is powerful. May we begin to consider these things today and think about the power that we have within our supercomputer brains. May we be blessed as we ponder it, and may we continue to seek knowledge and light and power through awareness of ourselves. I look forward to coming back with more on this topic, more specifically around meditation. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope I have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you next time.